Hi everyone, and so removing carburetors from this Honda VF1000 Interceptor. So the first thing you do, obviously seat comes off, then you need to remove the side panels, and that's easy. You just basically pop them out because they're held by those rubber grommets here. Now removing the fuel tank. Of course, don't forget, this needs to be in off position. Getting this off. Hose comes off. Right, so next bolt to remove is this 8mm little bolt at the front of the fuel tank. So that's disconnected. There's also going to be another little connection here, that one there, the red one, which you need to disconnect, and then the fuel tank can be lifted. So now we have the tank removed, we're going to have to start removing the ignition coils, hoses and the whole air filter assembly or air box. So first, just going to lift that. Okay, then let's get all that off. Okay, that way ignition coils can be put away. Alright, so now we're going to have to remove the top side, the top part of this air cleaner assembly, and there's going to be 5 screws you need to remove. 1, 2, 3. There's one there, which is 4, and one there, which is 5. Alright, so now we can pull off this whole assembly here, and it might seem like it can't be done, but it can. You just have to lift it here at the bottom, and it will eventually come out. There we go. That's the airbox coming off. Okay, next couple of hoses need to be taken off. So first is that hose here. It's going to have a little clamp on it, but you can still pull it out. There we go, that comes off. And then we've got that hose here, which also will have a little clamp on it, which I've lifted it up already. And now you just disconnect it here. So here, this is the front of the bike, and here we've got this cable. So very easy to disconnect. There we go. So as you can see, that's detached. So then you're going to have to unscrew this little screw here, which will allow you pulling out this cable. So now this is completely detached. Okay, so now time to loosen up the holding bands. There's going to be 2 bands on each carburetor neck, and the front one on the left will be a bit difficult because there's no space for normal screwdrivers. So what I've done, I used this stubby screwdriver, and I was able to basically turn those screws. All the other ones, there's no problem at all because you can just reach them from the top. So let's do it now. Okay, so at that point I'm full of hope I'll be able to pull the carbs out. What I've done as well, I heated those rubbers with the heat gun because I'm working in cold conditions here, and hopefully that will allow me to pull them out a bit easier.
A few moments later.
Okay, so there we go. They're nearly out. Have a look at this, folks. So the carbs are only held by those throttle cables here now. Basically turn them upside down, and now I'm just going to detach those throttle cables and we're good. Another thing that is worth to do is to put rags in those inlet holes, because you know they're all exposed, and if you drop something it's going to go straight into the engine, so it's good to block it. Okay, just a little tip for you folks. So here at the top of those carbs, at the front of those carbs, sorry, there's going to be this plate and it's held by just one screw there. So get that off. That's what it looks like. If you take that off and put the carbs on their side, that's going to allow you to mess around with the cables here, and it's very easy to remove them. And now you just need to loosen up this nut here, and that's going to allow you to get that cable off, and that's easy, so it's removed. And also there's going to be a second cable here, which is that one there, but that's also easy to remove, which I'm going to do in a second. I need just a couple of more turns, and you just pull this out, and now you can just very easily detach this cable by simply doing this. There we go. Alright, so that's it. That's your VF1000 carburetors removed.